fox hunting, what's all that about? Whilst I appreciate you can't change the past, yeah, you could really. Why don't they take them laser questing or something? There's one of them riding along with his little trumpet. Okay.
Trying to intimidate me?
Oh, I don't think it was. Curtain worked well. No light coming in, no light going out. Bit of blue sky now. Excellent. Oh well, first thing I do when I get up, it'll literally take me 2 minutes and I'll be eating 6 or 7 weetabix. I mean, I'll be honest, probably a bit overdressed for today. It's going to be dry. Might move the van to a more accessible location rather than just leaving it here. It's alright for park up overnight, but don't want anyone towing it away in a day. Just drove across the top of Exmoor and it's very misty and you can't see where you're going, and I haven't got a map. So there's this lovely little village called Withypool, and there's a car park, and then there's a little place doing breakfast. So I'm going to be really naughty and have a cooked breakfast. And as I've said that, the sun's come out. I'm sure it's only brief. Horse-drawn vehicles on a cattle grid. Look at that. Right in the middle of Exmoor. Little thing there. Your kayak on, your paddleboard, and then these little tea rooms and a post office, and the tea rooms do a breakfast, and that's where I'm heading. Wasn't a full breakfast, but it was a full breakfast bap. Very nice, local ingredients, always the best. It enabled me to use my Wi-Fi, which was good, because then I could plot a route. I definitely need a map for Exmoor. I know May Rays will probably watch this and think, oh, why has he not got a map? Well, you know what to get me for my birthday? Right, I'm looking for a thing now. I've used the internet Wi-Fi at the little cafe there to plot me a little route. Hopefully it'll be obvious. Through a wood, up a hill, only 300 metres, in a loop, back into Withypool. I keep calling it Withypool. I hope it is called Withypool. And I already feel like I'm walking the wrong way. Conditions here today, windy. But hopefully the microphone will cut through it. And I was right. That's why I came here. Got pretty decent walks. Makes it easy when you haven't got a map. So it's basically a nice easy walk. I've actually come uphill 100 metres and then down to that river, around in the valley, and then up over that hill and back down. That's what I hope. Should take about 2 hours. the Withypool hunts are out. I mean, fox hunting, what's all that about? Whilst I appreciate you can't change the past, they're the dogs there. And some of the things I used to do. Yeah, you could really. Why don't they take them laser questing or something? Laser questing on horses. And they're all there, look, the dogs. He's got his little trumpet. It's little. There's no such thing as a big trumpet when you're hunting. And off into the woods they go. There's about 40 dogs there. I feel like I should go and disrupt it. How do I get across? I'm going to be a hunt hero here and save the fox. Probably going to need to walk back down there. Well, I'll just go over this brow of the hill. So yeah, I was going to go up that way, but then I thought, actually I've made good progress. I'll go a bit longer and see if I can find a crossing across the river. There was one there, but it was stepping stones. I'm not your stepping stone. Should play that music now. Oh, here they all are, look. Oh, you're lost. How are you going to get through? They're not clever. Don't jump through the hoops. Oh, yeah, that's it. Fly off. I tell you one thing I did notice on the walk yesterday through the woods. Not for the faint-hearted. Nice and quiet, and then all of a sudden they squawk and fly off right under from under your feet. It scares you to death, especially when you're on a solo edition. Anyway, let me get back on track. Where am I again? Withypool. I'm going to keep reminding myself because I've probably said it wrong all the way through this video, and I'll have to keep flashing it up every time I get it wrong. Oh, it's raining. I need to put a coat on. There's one of them riding along with his little trumpet. I think I saw it go that way. A fox. Is that what you're looking for?
No.
Oh, I've just seen a load of people chasing with dogs there.
No one's chasing anything.
Oh.
You haven't seen anything chase anything into there, I'm afraid.
All right.
What did you see there then?
A bloke with his trumpet and dogs.
Yeah, he didn't chase anything.
All right.
I didn't see him chase anything. Did you?
I don't think so. No, I'm only a vlogger walking. I'm not really interested in.
I'm just taking for a ride.
Okay.
You're trying to intimidate me.
Oh, I don't think it was. And there you go, the upper classes, and that's the story of the hunt. They like to pick on the peasants like me. I'll still go over there and try and disrupt it. So clearly I must be dressed like a Hunt Saboteur. And oh, there's a, I don't know if you can see it on this camera, there's a white egret there fishing away in the river. Probably they don't come up on this camera, it's not worth it. Lovely. Anyway, yeah, so what it didn't show on that camera angle is the horse's face was about a foot away from my face. That was quite intimidating, and he had a big club more or less in his hand, so I did think I was going to get clubbed at that point. Not that it puts me off, but the annoying thing I find about that is the classes. I was obviously treated as a lesser class because I don't particularly like 40 dogs running after one fox, and it's not really a fair competition. But anyway, if I see him outside the pub drinking his little sherry when he's not sat on his 12-foot horse, perhaps we can have a more cordial confrontation, and if not, I'll rip his... I've had to strip off. I'm going uphill, not literally. Anyway, turns out the hunt isn't allowed on this side of the river. I've just bumped into an Irish guy who's training some racehorses that go around these parts, and they have an agreement that they shouldn't come on this side. So the guy was actually on the wrong side, so he can now consider himself reported to the stables, so that's good. And he said you should have just told him to fuck off. I did explain it, he did have a club in his hand, so that probably wouldn't have been the best thing. But anyway, he's given me directions a different way back up this hill, because I couldn't cross the river 3 times. There was a little thing on the map saying you could go across. Great if you've got your swimming gear with you. So up the hill we shall go, and back to Withypool, and that'll be the walk over. So I've just come across the riders again. He's just told me the shortcut for the way back, which is great. I've just asked him for a tip, and I need to record this, so I'll put a bet on. He said it's worth it, £10. They think fondly of this horse. Itto ditto on Sunday. I missed a kingfisher earlier when I was trying to cross the river. I was really annoyed at myself. I was too busy looking around trying to find where to cross. There was a kingfisher right a little bit as soon as I got my camera. Finally, nearly back in Withypool, and I found a crossing. Yes, it's the old stepping stones, and it does say these can be slippy. What could possibly go wrong now? Well, I'll find out. Beautiful. And still dry. Yes, 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 yes! Made it. What a beautiful place, apart from the hunt. Horses. Quizzical, unpredictable creatures. And very large. They're massive. Mr. Red. And back to the van. Well, weather turned out nice blue sky now. Quite a sweat on, coming uphill, the last section. Yeah, good little solo wild camp there. Seen a few things, to say the least. I think the van performed well. Marco Polo had its issue with the lighting, but I overcome that with the vanity light. So yeah, no problems whatsoever. Now I think I'll go back home for a bowl of gruel and back to my peasant existence. Oh, and in other news, I've just had word from Nasha that she's got a problem now with her tooth. Wisdom tooth kicked off, developed into an abscess, and she's not happy chappy. So yeah, she's sat at home a bit like Marlon Brando in The Godfather. So I don't think she'll be wanting to go away next week, but I'll see if old Ray Mears is available.